one benefit that I had as being a college minister for 5 years with InterVarsity. And again, something that always dumbfounded me was the kids that came in that were churched. You had that kind of group, and then you had kids who came in either via Young Life or who were unchurched. And what I just saw time and time again, that the most difficult group to actually capture in a way that, when I say capture in the sense of getting them involved in the ministry and having their faith being demonstrated on campus, was the churched group. And over those 5 years, I asked a lot of questions of the church group. What was it about church that caused you, when you got here on campus, to not want to get involved? And the answer was, again and again, was we learned a lot about Jesus. You know, that's kind of a way of life that we've known since we've grown up in church. But we never really kind of got to experience him in the 3D and experience what it looks like, what it means to have a relationship with Jesus.
At Hope Chapel, we believe in and we're committed to children's discipleship. We want not only to teach the truth of the gospel to our children, but we also want them to experience the gospel. And so it's really a sort of a three-pronged approach to children's discipleship. First, we do want to teach them the truth of the gospel. We want them to know Scripture and to know the basics of our faith. We also want them to participate in Hope Chapel's serving, our outreach, and our care for people. And so in all of our outreach events, whether it's working with a refugee family or going to serve with the welfare reform liaison, whatever we're doing as a church community, we invite the children to, and they participate with us. Also, our community groups are designed so that the children can come and eat with the families and interact with people of all ages. They get to watch their parents interact with other parents and single people and married people who don't have kids. And so there's a real community aspect of raising these kids.
Community groups have been, it's something that we initially thought just Julie and I really needed, but I've come to realize how much we as a family have needed it, the boys included. I feel like our group, in a real quick time, has really bonded together well, and it just feels safe, feel comfortable, feel loved and supported. But what I didn't expect was just how accepting and supportive everyone has been of Jacob and Jack, and how much they love being around our community group. They talk about it, they talk about the people in our group, they love playing and being played with. It's valued and cared for, and it's just nice to see. And I think that others feel the same way about them. I don't think it's just Jacob and Jack. And Julie and I getting something out of it. I think other people are being loved and cared for by the boys too. And so it's nice to see that happening.
That we are teaching our children, which is important, and that's one of the kind of pillars, and we need at Hope Chapel, and we're committed to teach them the truth, and particularly on Sunday mornings. But again, it needs to be more than that. They need to be a part of the covenant family. They need to be a part of a community group. They need to get into the routine of seeing that their relationship with Jesus isn't just all about knowledge. It's actually about loving others and serving others and being part of a bigger family, a covenant family. And then beyond that, they need to interact with the world. If you look throughout history, and if you look at the New Testament in particular, and the Old Testament, there certainly needs to be boundaries for our children, but they're never called not to interact or intersect with the poor, to care for, to love, to ask and be asked the difficult questions that they're going to have if they engage the city, if they engage their neighbors. You know, all those things are wonderful things if the family and the family as a whole is there to help protect and surround. Then we can allow our children to go out. When they do, I think they're going to experience Jesus, not just in their head, but it's going to move to their hearts.